Playboi Carti has built arguably the most popular label in hip-hop today and has elevated the careers of artists like Carson, Destroy Lonely, and Homixide Gang, and that label is Opium. It's been 2 years since Carti dropped any music, and he's arguably at the peak of his career and has one of the most diehard fan bases, which carries on to the rest of the label. And let's look at how Playboi Carti has built an absolute super team of a label with barely revealing or announcing anything. In late 2019, prior to the crazy whole lotta red rollout, Carti was already mentioning the label in unreleased music and using it in captions. And the next year, the first artist that was officially signed to the Opium label was Carson, as Carti and Ken met a few years prior. At the time, Ken put out his EP Boy Barbie and his project Teen X and then Teen X Relapse a few months later, which included notable songs like Teen X Babe and Yale, his most streamed song to this day. Then on December 25th, 2020 became an absolute historic day for Carti fans as Whole Lotta Red was finally released, and this album had mixed reviews at first but ended up growing on everyone. The song Bino has a special connection to the Opium label as the name references to homicide Bino, who was later signed to Opium. Carson had also produced this song along with Low 88 and Out of Town. So around this time, Carti had added another star to the super team, that being Destroy Lonely. And prior to Lone being signed, he dropped his project Broken Hearts, which a lot of people still enjoy to this day. Carti had messed with the song Oh Yeah, which led to signing him in early 2021. In that summer, Carson dropped Project X, his first official project under Opium, which a lot of people seem to love, and we're excited to see what Ken will drop in the future while still being signed to Opium. Fast forward a few months later, the Narcissus incident happened, which in my opinion should definitely be considered as a crime. But Carti kicked off his insane King Vam tour, with Carson, Destroy Lonely, and Homicide Gang all opening up for him, which definitely gave them more recognition, and this tour really made Whole Lotta Red age well, as the crowds, mosh pits, and overall energy was just insane. With Carti and the rest of the super team performing in big time arenas, it's definitely a memorable moment to this day. Homicide Gang was then signed after this tour after they both had been cool for a while. 2022 came around, and at this point everyone was waiting for Carson and Destroy Lonely to drop their next projects, but on July 8th, Carson released his album called X, and one thing I love about Opium besides being a great label is they basically built a brotherhood. Carson, Destroy Lonely, and Homicide Gang only feature members of the label on their projects, as we saw it with X, No Stylist, and Homicide Lifestyle, which we will get into. And also they're always sticking together while on tour, which is just something amazing to see. After this, Carson went on tour with Destroy Lonely, which honestly made me enjoy the album X much more, as I wasn't really feeling it during the first listen. A few days into the tour, Destroy Lonely out of nowhere announced No Stylist, and it dropped on August 12th. Definitely one of my favorite albums that dropped this year. Currently, Destroy Lonely is going on a No Stylist tour with Homicide Gang, again following a trend of sticking together and went on tour. Also, Carson did not lie and dropped the deluxe to his album X, that being extended on Halloween, and Destroy Lonely also didn't lie and dropped the deluxe to No Stylist, that being No Stylist Ultra. Homicide Gang also dropped their project Homicide Lifestyle, which I absolutely love. So with all of these artists dropping projects, this leaves Carti out with not dropping anything so far this year. But Carti is just one of those artists that does not drop for years, and their music just never gets old. Personally, being a Carti fan since the Dial-It era, it's just amazing to see how much Carti is evolving his sound and just as an artist in general. And I'm excited to see how this label is gonna progress in the next few years, and I can only imagine how big this label is gonna be. And appreciate you guys for making it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content on the Opium label. And yeah guys, peace, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm on top, bitch, you the middle man. Go pull low, 6 little boy, we spinning like